The next season of Bluey is going to be the most special one yet, and most fans don't even know why. Are you ready to find out the most incredible scenes coming up in the Healer family story?
Let's get on it!
Love is in the air, and there's a good chance that Season 4 of Bluey will include a special Valentine's Day episode. The story will focus on Captain and Mia. The two of them will be together at a Valentine's Day festival in town, but they won't be dating yet. Captain still doesn't know how to tell Mia how he really feels. Maybe he's afraid that if she says no, it could ruin their friendship. But of course, Bluey is going to notice what's going on and try to help. The little pup will team up with Mackenzie to come up with a secret and special plan. The idea is to get the two of them close to that little creek. Bluey and Mackenzie will pretend to get lost and leave the lovebirds alone in the forest. That's when Captain and Mia will find the creek and realize it's a super romantic spot. Captain will finally confess his feelings to Mia right there, and they'll share their first kiss. It's almost certain they'll start dating in the new episodes, but you don't have to wait to find out more about Bluey Season 4. Grab your popcorn, because another Cinewave is about to begin. Everyone knows that Bluey and Bingo are going to get a new cousin, the daughter of Aunt Brandy. But Frisky's baby is also on the way, which means there will be 2 babies born in Season 4. Frisky will show up pregnant right at the beginning of the new episodes. She's actually going to announce her pregnancy to the whole family right when Brandy's baby is born. That also means her pup will only show up mid-season, after a few months have passed. We believe the baby's name might be Leo, and he'll be Bluey's first male cousin, which changes a lot since Bluey doesn't have any younger male relatives. Bluey's new cousin will be a red heeler puppy, since Frisky and Uncle Radley have more reddish tones than Blue. Now we just need to find out if he'll have two-tone fur like his dad, or if Leo will take after Frisky more. A lot of fans believe Aunt Brandy's family will move to Brisbane, since that could help with the baby's development, but maybe that's not going to happen. It's very possible that Chile will have to travel to the city where Brandy lives to help her sister during the delivery of the new pup, and this episode might be the most special one in the whole series so far. Chile's sister will be really scared that something might go wrong with the birth. Becoming a mom is her biggest dream, so everything has to be just right, and only Chile can help with that. We've never actually seen a puppy being born in the Bluey universe, but that's definitely going to change in Season 4. And there's another reason this episode will be so special. We'll have a flashback scene where the sisters talk about their mom, who's no longer alive. Brandy will remember how loving their mother was, and that memory will give her the strength she needs to become the best mom in the world. During the birth of her niece, Chile will remember one of the saddest moments of her life, when she lost her first child. Everyone knows that Chile had a pregnancy before Bluey, but the main character still doesn't know about it, and maybe it's time to finally tell her the truth. Sadly, Chile will feel very emotional when those memories come back, and Bluey will pick up on it. Of course, Mrs. Healer won't want to explain to her daughter why she's so upset, but Bluey will ask, "Is there anyone better to talk to than someone who loves you?" Chile will realize her daughter is right, and that's when the most emotional conversation in the entire series will happen as Mrs. Healer reveals the name of Bluey's first brother. Get ready to cry, because that scene is going to be really heavy. Do you usually get emotional watching the show? Drop a hashtag Bluey in the comments so we can connect. Remember Maynard? He's that neighbor of Chile's dad who helped Grandpa Mort hide out with the grandkids in the fishing hut. But have you ever wondered why he was at Frisky's wedding? We know why, and we're about to tell you. Actually, if it weren't for him, there wouldn't even have been a wedding. It's pretty clear that Frisky and Chile have been best friends since childhood. They grew up together, and that's a confirmed fact. After all, Frisky is Bluey's godmother, and we all know only someone very close gets chosen for such an important role in a kid's life. With that in mind, the scene we'll see in Season 4 of Bluey will explain why Frisky invited Maynard. If she and Chile grew up together, then Bluey's godmother was also Maynard's neighbor, and they probably swam a lot in the lake from the episode Granddad in Season 2. As we've all seen, Maynard spends a lot of time by the lake fishing, and Grandpa Mort has already explained that it was Chile's favorite spot. At some point, Frisky may have had an accident at the lake. Maybe she didn't know how to swim, and Maynard was the only adult nearby who could help. Frisky has always been very grateful to the neighbor for helping her, and maybe he's the one who taught Chile how to swim so well. That's why Maynard was at the wedding. It's almost guaranteed that we're finally going to meet Bingo's daughter in Season 4, and you better be ready for this epic moment. In the episode Surprise, Bandit had to play 2 different games with the girls. With Bluey, he had to dodge the balls she was throwing at him. But with Bingo, the game was all about taking care of the kids she had, and that made fans wonder why we've never seen Bingo's daughter before, since she clearly dreams of being a mom. It's pretty likely that we'll visit the future again, but this time, instead of Ludo Studio showing us Bluey's daughter, we're going to meet Ruby, Bingo's daughter. Ruby is a red heeler puppy who loves bugs and playing in the garden, But it's important to note that the show won't reveal who Ruby's father is, and there's a very simple reason why. When Bluey's daughter appeared, the internet exploded with thousands of theories about who the dad might be. Ludo Studios plans to do the same thing with Ruby, introduce Bingo's daughter, and then let the fans go wild with theories about who the pup's dad could be. Our bet is that it's Dougie, the little pup from the episode Turtle Boy. One thing that's pretty much guaranteed is that this season will bring a continuation of one of the show's most meaningful storylines, which means fans are headed back into dream space. But instead of Bingo, the main character of the episode will be the family's new baby, Brandy's daughter. And she won't be going alone. Floppy will be right there with her. Yep, Bingo's beloved toy bunny is going to show up in someone else's dream. That's because Bluey's little sister will realize that her baby cousin is having trouble sleeping, so she gives her Floppy as a gift, hoping it will help the new pup travel through Dreamland in a safe and fun way. So the scene we're going to watch is Bingo saying a real goodbye to Floppy in Bedtime Part 2. In the episode Bedroom, we saw Bluey trying to sleep by herself, but at that time she realized she wasn't quite ready to say goodbye to Bingo. That's going to change in Season 4. Bluey will finally sleep alone for the very first time, but unlike the episode from Season 3, this time she'll be parting ways with Bingo for good. Don't worry, they'll still live in the same house, but they won't share a room anymore. That's because Bluey is truly growing up, and that means sleeping on her own. From now on, there will need to be 2 rooms, one decorated for Bluey and another for Bingo. But our channel will always be made for you. Just hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Another thing coming in the new season is the return of the Wild Girls. Coco, Indy, and Chloe are the pups who love playing in the schoolyard, pretending they live in a forest. That game is making a comeback, but in a different way. Remember when Bingo dressed up like a leopard and chased the family around? That's the secret behind the next Bluey episode. Bingo is going to start attending Calypso's school this season, and to welcome her, the girls are going to invite Bluey's little sister to join in the Wild Girls game. And who could be wilder than Bingo? Get ready for one of the funniest scenes ever when Bingo starts hunting down the Wild Girls. It's going to be absolutely epic. But not everything will be sunshine and rainbows. Bluey also tackles some pretty heavy topics, and one of them will be the separation of Uncle Stripe and Aunt Trixie. Their marriage isn't exactly the happiest. They argue a lot, and because of that, it's very likely their relationship will come to an end. Muffin and Socks will be really upset, and that's going to lead to some heavy family drama this season. It's almost certain that Aunt Trixie will ask for a divorce because she's no longer happy. This episode will likely be one of the first 10 in the new season, and yes, there is a reason for that. Bluey is a show that explores problems, but it also offers solutions. And what could be more romantic than seeing a couple fall in love all over again? It's likely the two will separate at the beginning of the season and slowly reconnect, possibly even getting remarried by the end of it. There's something that might happen this season, and it would be really interesting to watch. What if Grandpa Mort gets married again, and this time to Bluey's neighbor, Dorene? They're around the same age and both live alone after losing their partners. They might grow close and fall in love. Do you think Chili and Brandy would be happy to have a new stepmom? One thing's for sure, Dorene loves taking trips to the beach, so there's a good chance they'll take a romantic trip to the Australian coast. Sounds sweet, right? Another thing that needs to happen is a Christmas episode, but one that's different from the ones we've already had in the series, where the characters exchange gifts. Isn't it about time Bluey showed us Santa Claus? We've already seen fairies in the show, so adding one more magical creature seems perfectly fine, right? Or maybe Bandit could play the part. How funny would it be to see Mr. Healer in a red suit, carrying a big sack of presents? Uncle Stripe could be the reindeer. What do you think? It's almost certain that the new season will end with a teenage Bluey, setting things up for Season 5, where the Healer sisters will be 15 and 13 years old. So we're gonna get a time jump, and the Healer family's new adventures will be more mature, including Bluey's first boyfriend, a new school, trips, new friends, and so much more. And you can catch all of that right here on the channel, every single day. We've got 2 more videos lined up for you to enjoy. We'll see you in the next one. See you soon!